Hello and welcome to another video. I ordered the red Ninjutso Sora, and I'm very fortunate to get one because there's only 1,000 copies. However, they are still in stock if you want to get that. But I got it just because I like the color red. It's my favorite color, and it also doesn't have the logo, and I just prefer mice with no logo. I know a lot of people like logos. I don't. I just prefer how clean a mouse looks with just a very nice colorway, and that's why I got the red version. And they also said that they fixed the sensor issue, which I unfortunately got on my red Sora, which is the reason why I'm getting a different Sora in the first place, because of that sensor issue. And for those unaware, the sensor issue is basically where the sensor jittered back and forth, making it basically uncontrollable for like a second or even like 2 seconds, and that's a deal breaker, especially in FPS games, where you need to really like track very fast, you need to really like flick pretty fast, and yeah, it was just terrible. It made it extremely annoying, and it just was unusable for FPS games, and it just sucked. And the reason why, according to Ninjutso, was because of a heightened sensor, and it was just misaligned. But they said that they fixed it, and I will put that to the test when I get the red Sora. Hopefully they did. But yeah, I'm really excited to get this because you might also be wondering why I got the red Ninjutsu Sora, but I have the Death Adder version 3 right here. And the Death Adder version 3 is my current main, but I would honestly be maining the Ninjutsu Sora if it didn't have that sensor issue. And now I really won't need to even main the Death Adder anymore, except for like Geometry Dash, where I really don't want to double click. But the reason why is because I just don't like some of the things on this mouse a whole lot. First of all, the build quality is not that good for $150. I've already stated all of this in the past, but I'm just stating this again for people who are unaware and are new to my channel, so hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, this is a pretty well-known issue. But yeah, this isn't built very well, and this isn't the $150 mouse. Keep in mind, also, I'm sorry, it's pretty dirty. That's just the white color really shows all the dirt and grime on the mouse, so I'm sorry about that. But also, the scroll wheel is probably the worst part to me. It's very loose, and it's even too loose to the point where on some copies, the scroll wheel just like randomly jumps. No, when people don't want it to, and even when like barely touching it, it just scrolls and it jumps, and that's extremely infuriating, especially if you swap weapons in game with scroll wheel, or you just use scroll wheel to jump. Yeah, that's like basically unusable at that point. Also, the side buttons aren't amazing. Like, yeah, they're big, but they do wobble back and forth, and they do sink into the shell pretty easily. And also, the shape just isn't my favorite. I know you're like saying, wait, don't you do like relaxed claw and like palm grip? And yeah, I do. But for some reason, I don't like these like ergonomic shapes that are like tailored towards this exact grip. I really just like symmetrical mice way better, and not like ergonomic mice. This just fits my hand way better. It just feels a little bit less awkward, especially in this area of my hand. It just feels way less awkward. While here, it's like at the front, but it's also at the side, so it just feels a little bit awkward to hold in that way, if that makes sense. And it just feels a little weird. But here, it actually fits my hand pretty well, and yeah, it doesn't feel as clunky, if so to say, as the Death Adder version 3. And also, this is just way lighter as well. Yes, I know the Death Adder is way better tech, but I honestly just prefer the clicks. They're way better on this because they're actual mechanical switches, while these are opticals. Like, yeah, these are still pretty good, but these are the best clicks I've ever had on a mouse, if I'm going to be honest. And also the side buttons are pretty good as well. And just everything about this mouse, besides the sensor issue that I unfortunately got, is amazing. I mean, the coating is just fine, but I don't really care about the coating too much. I mean, yeah, I like a better coating than no coating at all, but I don't really mind if there's none at all. It's just a very minor gripe. And the scroll wheel is also, I think, tensioned way better. It's just way more tactile, and it's not as loose. And yeah, and also the skates are very good on this mouse. And as you can see, it's like extremely light. It just goes flying across my pretty decently controlled mouse pad, the Saturn, the Lethal Gaming Gear Saturn. And on this, it's a little bit more controlled because it is 63 grams in comparison with 45 grams. So yeah, this is a lot lighter. But, I mean, in hand, actually, like, it doesn't feel way lighter, but it is noticeably lighter. But it's not like a game changer or anything, at least to me, but it is a pretty decently big difference. But some people just prefer heavier mice, so yeah. But yes, as I said, I know the tech is way better in the Death Adder version 3, but there's just better physical aspects that I prefer about the Sora, which is why I'm getting the red Sora in the first place. And also, I just like the color red, as I said, and I just like that it has no logo. And hopefully they fix the sensor issue. If they didn't on my copy, I'm going to be pretty pissed off because I already had to get a refund for this mouse, and I was very fortunate to get very good customer service, and they were very kind, and I didn't even have to return the mouse, obviously, because I got a refund, but I don't have to return the mouse because I still have it, and yeah, that'll make it an interesting comparison when the red one comes, and hopefully it basically has no differences besides the sensor just working properly this time. So, yeah, that's basically it, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.